I did a little poll recently with a group of restaurant owners and managers, and I asked them, how many of you do pre-shift meetings? And the results revealed that less than half of them ran pre-shift meetings, which is sadder than a three-legged dog because communication is so mega important, especially when we're talking about building a culture and creating a consistent dining experience for your guests. Okay, but I think that one of the main reasons it isn't done on a consistent basis is that managers aren't sure how to run those meetings or even what to say exactly. All right, and then the other reason is that some managers are simply lazy piles of dung, but those people probably aren't watching this video to learn anything new. They're probably watching TikTok videos of girls dancing provocatively instead. So I'm going to step in here and I'm going to tell you exactly why pre-shift meetings are so important and how to do it so you can benefit from this amazing communication process with your staff. All right, and if you have any ideas or things that you do in your shift meetings, make sure to share it with everyone down in the comments. Okay, first off, what are pre-shift meetings and why the hell do they matter? All right, well, most of you already know this, but it's simply gathering your staff together before a lunch or dinner shift so you can share information that they need to know, as well as to get them motivated. Okay, this is what I call a touch-based form of communication, and it should be exactly that. Pre-shift meetings shouldn't be longer than 2 to 3 minutes or your staff's going to lose focus. They're going to lose interest. They're going to dread them, and they just might burn you at the stake. So 5 minutes max. Okay, if you have some really important information to share or some training to do, but that's it. Okay, and I've seen articles online suggesting 15-minute pre-shift meetings. Get the hell out of my face with that. No employee wants to listen to words coming out of your face for 15 minutes every day. And most managers don't want to talk for 15 minutes every day. Keep them short and sweet, and you won't have your staff groaning every time you tell them it's time to gather for pre-shift. Okay, now, the most powerful reason to hold pre-shift is that you're able to consistently enforce your systems. And maybe you're not as systemized as you wish you were. But whatever procedures and rules that you do have in place, they usually get lost in a sea of busyness because you're not able to stay on top of them. Okay, pre-shift meetings are a great way to stay on top of those systems and procedures and constantly remind your staff and yourself of what's important in your business so you can all stay on track and you can uphold the standards of your restaurant. Okay, and if you don't have your standards written down somewhere, all right, stop this video, grab a pen, and stick it in your neck because you are failing yourself and you're failing your staff, and worst of all, you are failing your guests. All right? Okay, don't stab yourself in the neck with your pen. Take that pen, grab a notebook, and start figuring out your standards and your systems so that everyone in your restaurant knows exactly where you stand and they can take pride in where they work. Okay, but I digress. Let's get back to our pre-shift meeting and let's break it down. Okay, first, I want you to be consistent with the time and the location. And I prefer the kitchen because that's sort of the heart of the restaurant. Plus, there you can try out the specials of the day, assuming that your chef has prepared a sample that everyone can try. Okay, you can talk about the special. The chef can even do a little training on it. Or it doesn't even have to be a special. All right, just a menu item that you want to sell and you want your staff to learn about so they can go sell it. Okay, second, use notes or a dry erase board. Okay, there's no need to be a hero trying to memorize everything unless, you're spontaneous and you're good at speaking on the spot. Okay, or if you have a photographic memory. Okay, but then you probably wouldn't be running a restaurant. You'd probably be more like Will Hunting and you'd work as a janitor on the weekends and then you'd go work for the government decoding secret messages of our enemies. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Good Will Hunting. It's the greatest movie of all time.
Do you know how easy this is for me? Do you have any fucking idea how easy this is? This is a fucking joke.
Sorry, I digress once again. I was talking about dry erase boards. I love the dry erase board because you can provide your notes and an outline of the day's discussion where everyone can see, which more easily imprints it on everyone's brain. Very powerful stuff. Okay, like I said, you can put the outline of the meeting up there. You can put the specials of the day and or an inspirational quote, someone's birthday. And if you leave it up, sort of out of the way so no one's tripping over it, but where people can see it, your staff will be walking by it constantly during the shift and it reinforces everything you talked about. more imprinting on the brain. I'm big on that. Now, I like to break my pre-shift meetings down into 3 phases: announcements, training, and motivation. Okay, let's start with phase 1, announcements. This is the check-in. Okay, is everyone accounted for? Are their uniforms looking good and pressed? Do they have all the tools they need to succeed? Hey, when you hold them accountable every single day at a meeting, you can make sure that they're going to have their tools and that they're going to look presentable. If not, you call them out, because nobody wants to be called out in front of everyone, okay, unless they're a masochist. All right, during the announcements, you talk about the day's shift. Okay, is it going to be busy or slow based on the time of year and the day of the week? Are there any large parties coming in? If it's nighttime, is there a band or entertainment? Do the table sections need to be rearranged? Are you short-staffed? Is anything 86th? Get them informed. That's phase 1. All right, phase 2 is for training. Training time is time to educate and re-emphasize your standards. Again, you don't want to make them too long, but remember, training is not a one-and-done process. It's constant and ongoing, and pre-shift meetings are great for bite-sized training sessions. So you can make it short, but you want to use this opportunity to train and train again. Okay, you can train for things like the daily special that I keep mentioning before. Have the chef talk about it. What's in the dish? What are the ingredients? How should it be described to the guests? What does it pair well with as far as wine and beer goes? Then let them taste it so they have an experience of what the dish tastes like, and then they can describe it to the guests easier. Okay? During the training phase, you can also pull out like a bottle of liquor or wine off the shelf, and you educate them on that brand so they can sell that as well. Make it fun and interesting. Okay? Ask them questions like, what's up with tequila and the worm at the bottom of the bottle? Okay, where did that originate from? Okay, give them a brief pop culture history lesson. Makes it interesting. Does bourbon have to be made from Kentucky to be called bourbon? Right? Spoiler alert, it does not. All right, what else? I don't know. Talk to them about the wine you carry and how it pairs with the food. Talk to them about customer service. Give them pop quizzes about things they should know about your restaurant to keep them sharp. This is your chance to tighten them up and make them better employees and to get them involved in your culture. Okay, it's a time to connect, which leads us right into phase 3, which is motivation. Now, you don't need to be Anthony Robbins, but you need to have some energy. And if you remember nothing else from this video, remember this: energy. Okay, you can't come in like, today's special is Chilean sea bass, and I think it comes with rice pilaf and veggies, and it's $22.99. And by the way, Sally left me and took the kids, so if you have any questions, ask Phil, because I'm going to be in my office drinking Black Label. Okay, yes, I'm exaggerating just a tad, but my point is, you don't need to come in every day and have a Martin Luther King speech prepared. You just need some energy and some enthusiasm. Your staff feeds off what you do as a leader. So be upbeat and positive and pretend like you give a shit. Okay, even if Sally did leave you, God forbid. Put up a daily motivational quote on the board. And I know that sounds a bit cliche, but find ones that aren't cliche. Find a quote that has a little humor so they aren't rolling their eyes because you wrote on the board, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. Okay? Now, if you love that quote, that's fine, but the rest of us have heard it before. Find something a little more original. And the point is, get them excited to work at this restaurant. Be unique. That's how you build a culture. All right? And speaking of building a culture, one of the best ways I've found to build culture and motivate your staff is to recognize them for something they've done in front of their peers. Okay, believe me, it's remarkable. All right, they get all big and they inflate like one of those little weird long characters you see on holidays on your front lawn. All right, if it's someone's birthday, have everyone sing to them at the shift meeting. Hey, I don't care if it embarrasses them. Recognizing their importance trumps embarrassment every time. And if you have some sort of contest going on, like whoever sells the most wine this brand, whoever sells the most of this brand of wine for the month, make sure to wait until the shift meeting to announce the winner to everyone. Okay, make them feel important. All right. Or if someone gets a compliment from the guest, tell everyone at the shift meeting, hey, last night table 6 said that Billy was the best server that they'd ever had. So, hey, way to go, Billy. Yay! Okay, it seems trivial, but all they're going to remember is that my boss, my leader, cares about me and my coworkers. And that's a powerful emotion. And when you make someone feel like that, they're going to go to the ends of the earth to please you. Those are the type of employees I want working for me. Okay? And in the end, what it comes down to is you want to make these meetings quick and snappy and full of enthusiasm. So when it comes time for the next pre-shift meeting, everyone's there with smiles on. So you don't have like 3 people missing and they're all hiding back behind the trash bins in the parking lot. Okay, just waiting for the misery to be over. Okay, I know I rambled kind of there. Does that help at all? Okay, I hope it helped. Did I give enough examples? All right, if not, provide your own examples in the comments below. All right, help everyone out. All right, and I really do appreciate you being here, hanging out with me. I hope you have a great day. I hope you make millions of dollars, and I'm going to see you next time. I'm out.